Welcome back, friends. After set number 2 of the Pandemic Postcard highlights, I know we have Kristina waiting in the wings. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Kristina Shelden to the space. Welcome, Kristina.
Hello. Thank you so much for
How
having
are you, my
me.
friend? Nice to see you. Nice to hear you.
Yeah. Nice to see and hear you.
I love this song.
Thanks.
I've heard it a bunch of times in a bunch of spaces, and I guess you sort of unpacked it, but let's unpack it a little bit further. What does a song like this mean to somebody who lives with the kind of pain that you?
Well, I guess I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, I don't know. It's sort of like one of those. I was sort of imagining it as like one of those like tribal chants, trying to find that inner fire inside yourself. And it's sort of like a bunch of parallels because the song is about fire, and a lot of people describe neuropathic pain as burning pain. Um, and I just wanted, yeah, I guess what it means to me is just sort of having like that thing that you can sort of chant at it, even if it's not going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got there. My brain's not really in the game because speaking of pain.
Yeah, I totally hear you. For me, when I hear it, I feel like it's a bit of a mantra, but it's also a bit of like an anthem. It's like an anthem. It's like I'm going to reclaim my power, even though this is, what I'm feeling in this moment.
Yeah. And I mean, we took a risk with the bridge, but that was sort of like the chant. And that kind of actually came about because we were just sitting in the studio all together, and this was pre-pandemic because we could actually be together. And I was kind of talking about my pain, and we were going through everything. And then I was like, well, today I feel like the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, that's going in. Because, sometimes you feel really good. I'm like, and they were, I actually had ended up with a full team of women working on this song, and they're very, girl power and bring out that inner strength, which really obviously reflected in the song. But so their voices are actually part of that. The lower I feel like the shit part is actually my producer or my vocal coach singing on the song with me.
So share with us about what kind of background that you had in being a singer and songwriting. How did you get started in this kind of artistic genre?
I've been singing since I was a little girl, which I'm sure most musicians say. For me, it was The Little Mermaid. I thought she was great, and I wanted to sing in her underwater shows. If she wanted to be on land, I could trade places with her. And yeah, so I started very young, and I just loved singing, and I just couldn't stop. It's one of those things where it gets into your heart and soul, and you're stuck with it. It doesn't matter. And yeah, and then I picked up guitar in, I think, grade 12. I started writing music. It was actually Michelle Branch, crazily enough, who inspired me, because she was just this young woman with dark hair, and I don't know, I just sort of saw parallels, and I was like, well, wait a minute, if she can do it, why can't I? Like, why am I not trying this? And turns out I really love it. um and then yeah, I went to school to practice singing, because when I tried out for Canadian Idol, they told me I sucked, but at least I'm pretty.
What?
Not kidding. I thought,
Wow.
yeah, I said something about singing in the shower, and they're like, yeah, you should just stay there. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Um,
Surprising. Okay.
yes. Well, I bombed, I guess. And but anyway, that it crushed me at first, but then I was like, okay, well then I'm going to go to school. And my major was vocals so that I could practice outside of the shower, I guess, and have um a better solid, like, I don't know, foundation of singing.
Mhm.
I think it was always talented at singing, but you do still, it doesn't matter how naturally talented you are, you still need to practice your craft.
Right.
Um, and then And then, yeah, I went to Douglas College and then I broke my neck.
Right.
And so I stopped
As
singing
one
for a while.
tends to do, right? Um, we all plan for that in our lives.
Right?
That's why when we talk about our temporarily able-bodied friends, right? Like we just don't
Yeah,
know. We
you
just don't
never
know.
know.
Any plans or like you know, dreams of applying again for either Canadian Idol or American Idol, or
None whatsoever.
you're not gonna risk that again?
No, because it's not even, I realized it's not a talent show.
Right.
It's you know, a Hollywood kind of show.
Mhm.
I was even beside somebody who, and I don't mean to be mean, but
Yeah.
he really couldn't sing. He clearly had no practice. He had no, um, you know, it was like the, oh, what was his name? The one who became like famous for singing bad on American Idol way back when. He he was kind of like that. He really sounded bad, and I didn't want to be mean or anything, but but hearing him sing like that, I was thinking, oh, then he must be here, like he must know. Like part of me was like, but
Right.
he must know that he's here and he's doing it on purpose because it's like, oh, this will be fun. And so I asked him, I'm like, are you, you know, are you um
Like a
gosh, I
comedian.
tried to be politically correct about it because I couldn't tell what was going on. So I was like, "Oh, you must really love singing, or or do you feel like you're really good at singing?" And he said, "Well, the producers brought me this far, so they must think I'm good."
Right.
And my heart kind of broke because I was like, "They're setting this guy up to fall.
Right.
This isn't a joke. This isn't him kind of just having some 15 minutes of fun. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna get torn apart on purpose."
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's Hollywood for you. That is the nature of gathering ratings and
yeah,
air
so yeah.
entertaining show.
And besides,
Gotcha.
it would be really, really hard paced and physically because of my disability.
Yeah,
No way I can
exhausting.
handle it. No way.
Yeah. So, you know, in terms of pandemic postcards, I'm curious about how you got involved in creating a postcard.
Oh, good question. How did Pam find me? It was one of those things where I got an email. I was like, hello? They're like, oh yeah, we saw you on, it must have been I think it must have been one of the pandemic performances that I did where it was a virtual thing.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like it could have been The Power of Disability,
I think it
because I
was
think
that one.
you and I did that together, and I think that's how they
Yeah,
discovered me too.
yeah, it was the same. Yeah, same one that you went through, and then which is kind of super cool.
Mm,
And yeah, emailed me and asked if I'd like to be involved, and of course, I wanted to be involved because anything artistic gets me happy, and it was a lot of fun. And they were really amazing, just so wonderful to work with,
yeah.
and so understanding and helpful. And I'm really, really grateful to them giving me this opportunity and helping me a lot with it to make sure that I got a product. I got a
Mhm.
postcard made. So,
That's awesome. So we're going to move on to playing our fourth set, Kristina, but I'm going to invite Crystal and yourself to come back at the end of this last set of four. We're going to see my video, and I'm a little embarrassed about it, but
I'm
that's okay.
excited.
So then it'll be the three of us artists chatting, and we'll take some questions from the audience after that. So
Sounds
stick
great.
around in the wings, and Rick will get you to start on set number 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kristina.